The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for protecting electrical equipment, including switchgear, from moisture. Several sections address specific requirements and general safety considerations. Firstly, Section 110.26 F1 B focuses on equipment located beneath other equipment, or in locations where falling water or other liquids may drip on them. This section is directly relevant to the scenario described where roof drains pass through the ceiling above the switchgear. Secondly, Section 312.2 states that electrical equipment must be free from recognized hazards that could cause unsafe conditions due to failures of electrical insulation or other causes. This underscores the importance of preventing water intrusion, as moisture can compromise insulation and lead to electrical faults. Thirdly, Section 312.2 B requires that electrical equipment be protected against environmental conditions that are detrimental to the safe operation or maintenance of the equipment. This is a broad requirement that encompasses various environmental hazards, including moisture, dust, and temperature extremes. Fourthly, Section 408.3 C stipulates that switchboards must be located so that they are not exposed to a dripping ceiling or condensation. This section specifically addresses the scenario of overhead leaks and condensation, emphasizing the need to position switchboards away from potential sources of moisture. Fifthly, Section 408.4 mandates that switchboards be protected from falling objects. While not directly related to moisture, this section highlights the importance of protecting switchboards from physical damage that could compromise their integrity. Sixthly, Section 408.5 states that switchboards shall be accessible to authorized persons only. While this doesn't directly relate to moisture, it helps to ensure only qualified personnel are interacting with the equipment. Seventhly, Section 409.22 details that panel boards must be mounted in a cabinet or enclosure approved for the purpose and must be dead front. Cabinets and enclosures must be constructed of metal of an adequate thickness and provide a complete enclosure for the contained equipment. Eighthly, Section 409.23 requires that panel boards be protected from the weather where installed outdoors. In addition to these specific sections, Section 110.11 provides a general requirement for electrical equipment installation and usage. It states that electrical equipment must be installed and used in a manner that minimizes the possibility of fire, explosion, or electric shock. This includes protecting equipment from moisture and other environmental hazards. When designing a switch house with roof drains passing through the ceiling near switchgear, it's crucial to implement measures to prevent water from dripping onto the equipment. This may involve rerouting the drains, installing drip pans or shields, or providing adequate ventilation to prevent condensation. Furthermore, regular inspections and maintenance should be conducted to identify and address any potential sources of moisture intrusion. Remember to consult the full text of the NEC and local codes for specific requirements and guidance. Proper planning, installation, and maintenance are essential for ensuring the safe and reliable operation of electrical equipment in environments where moisture may be present. The NEC guidelines mentioned provide a framework for understanding and addressing the risks associated with moisture exposure in electrical installations. By adhering to these guidelines and implementing appropriate protective measures, electrical engineers and contractors can minimize the potential for equipment damage, electrical faults, and safety hazards. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards that governs the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment in the United States. It is updated every 3 years to reflect advancements in technology and address emerging safety concerns. Several sections of the NEC address the issue of moisture protection for electrical equipment, particularly switchgear and panel boards, which are critical components of electrical distribution systems. Moisture can compromise the insulation of electrical conductors and components, leading to short circuits, ground faults, and other electrical hazards. Therefore, the NEC includes specific requirements to minimize the risk of moisture-related failures. Section 110.26 F1 B, as mentioned earlier, specifically addresses equipment located beneath other equipment or in areas where falling water or other liquids may drip on them. This is particularly relevant in situations where roof drains, plumbing, or other sources of water are located above electrical equipment. The NEC requires that such equipment be protected from dripping water or other liquids. This protection can be achieved through various means, such as installing drip shields, enclosures, or other barriers to prevent water from reaching the equipment. Section 312.2, Parts A and B further emphasizes the importance of protecting electrical equipment from environmental hazards. Section 312.2 I states that electrical equipment must be free from recognized hazards that may cause unsafe conditions due to failures of electrical insulation or other causes. This section highlights the general principle that electrical equipment must be protected from any condition that could lead to electrical failure. Section 312.2 B expands on this principle by requiring that electrical equipment be protected against environmental conditions that are detrimental to the safe operation or maintenance of the equipment. This includes protection from moisture, as well as other factors such as dust, corrosion, and extreme temperatures. These sections underscore the need for a comprehensive approach to environmental protection for electrical equipment. Section 408.3 C specifically addresses the location of switchboards, stating that they must be located so that they are not exposed to a dripping ceiling or condensation. This requirement is intended to prevent water from directly contacting the switchboard, which could lead to electrical faults or corrosion. In addition to these specific sections, the NEC also includes general requirements that apply to all electrical equipment. Section 110.11 for example, requires that electrical equipment be installed and used in a manner that minimizes the possibility of fire, explosion, or electric shock. This includes protecting equipment from moisture and other environmental hazards. The NEC also includes requirements for the construction and installation of enclosures for electrical equipment. Enclosures are designed to protect equipment from environmental factors, including moisture. The NEC specifies the types of enclosures that are suitable for different environments, such as damp or wet locations. In damp locations, enclosures must be designed to prevent moisture from entering the enclosure and damaging the equipment. In wet locations, enclosures must be designed to prevent water from entering the enclosure under specified conditions. The NEC also includes requirements for the installation of raceways and conduits, which are used to protect electrical conductors from damage and environmental factors. Raceways and conduits must be installed in a manner that prevents water from entering the system. This includes sealing the ends of raceways and conduits to prevent moisture from entering the system. In addition to the NEC requirements, there are also industry standards and best practices for protecting electrical equipment from moisture. These include using moisture-resistant materials, applying protective coatings, and implementing regular maintenance programs to identify and address potential sources of moisture intrusion. When designing and installing electrical systems, it is essential to consider the potential for moisture exposure and implement appropriate measures to protect equipment from damage. This includes selecting the right type of equipment, installing it in a suitable location, and providing adequate protection from environmental factors. Regular inspections and maintenance are also critical for ensuring the long-term reliability and safety of electrical systems. By following the NEC requirements and industry best practices, electrical engineers and contractors can minimize the risk of moisture-related failures and ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical equipment. The National Electrical Code is a living document that is constantly evolving to address new technologies and emerging safety concerns. It is essential to stay up to date on the latest requirements and best practices to ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. The NEC focus on moisture protection reflects the importance of this issue in ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical equipment. By understanding and adhering to the NEC requirements, electrical professionals can minimize the risk of moisture-related failures and protect people and property from electrical hazards. The information provided is intended for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrical engineer or contractor for specific recommendations and guidance on electrical installations. Furthermore, The specific requirements of the NEC may vary depending on the jurisdiction. It is important to consult with local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. In conclusion, moisture protection is a critical aspect of electrical safety. The NEC provides a comprehensive set of requirements for protecting electrical equipment from moisture damage. By understanding and adhering to these requirements, electrical professionals can minimize the risk of electrical failures and ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. Now let's delve a little deeper into some specific scenarios and how the NEC addresses them. Consider the case of underground electrical installations. These installations are particularly vulnerable to moisture exposure, as they are often in direct contact with the ground. The NEC includes specific requirements for underground wiring and equipment to minimize the risk of moisture-related failures. For example, the NEC requires that underground cables be listed for direct burial or installed in conduit. Direct burial cables are designed to withstand the harsh conditions of underground environments, including moisture, corrosion, and physical damage. Conduit provides an additional layer of protection for underground cables. The NEC also includes requirements for grounding and bonding underground electrical systems. Grounding and bonding are essential for preventing electrical shock and minimizing the risk of electrical faults. In wet locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas, the NEC includes specific requirements for ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults and interrupt the circuit quickly, preventing electrical shock. GFCIs are required in wet locations to provide an additional layer of protection against electrical hazards. The NEC also includes requirements for the installation of electrical equipment in hazardous locations, such as areas where flammable gases or vapors may be present. These locations require special equipment and wiring methods to prevent explosions and fires. The NEC specifies the types of equipment and wiring methods that are suitable for different hazardous locations. In addition to these specific requirements, the NEC also includes general requirements for the maintenance of electrical equipment. Regular maintenance is essential for identifying and addressing potential problems before they lead to electrical failures. Maintenance activities may include inspecting equipment for signs of damage or corrosion, testing electrical circuits, and replacing worn or damaged components. By following the NEC requirements and implementing a comprehensive maintenance program, electrical professionals can ensure the long-term reliability and safety of electrical systems. The National Electrical Code is a dynamic document that is constantly evolving to address new challenges and advancements in technology. It is essential to stay informed about the latest changes to the NEC to ensure compliance and maintain a high level of electrical safety. Continuing education and training are valuable resources for electrical professionals who want to stay up to date on the latest codes and standards. The NEC is a valuable tool for protecting people and property from electrical hazards. By understanding and adhering to its requirements, electrical professionals can contribute to a safer and more reliable electrical environment. Now to reiterate some points. 1. Ensure proper drainage around electrical equipment to prevent water accumulation. 2. Use weatherproof enclosures and fittings in outdoor or damp environments. 3. Seal conduit and raceway systems to prevent moisture ingress. 4. Implement regular inspections and maintenance to identify and address potential moisture-related problems. 5. Use appropriate grounding and bonding techniques to minimize the risk of electrical shock and faults. 6. Install ground fault circuit interrupters GFCIs in wet locations. 7. Follow manufacturers' recommendations for installation and maintenance of electrical equipment. 8. Stay up to date on the latest changes to the National Electrical Code NEC and other relevant standards. 9. Consult with a qualified electrical engineer or contractor for specific guidance on electrical installations. 10. Provide training to personnel on proper procedures for working with electrical equipment in wet or damp environments. By taking these steps, you can help to ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems and protect people and property from electrical hazards.